Hello, welcome to Bitcoin Airsoft. In today's video, we'll be comparing the wall belts and the gun belt and see which one is better for you. Now, personally, I've used both of the belts, and to you guys, I'll let you guys know right now. I chose the gun belt at the end. So, but I'm not trying to get a bias and tell everyone to change the gun belt. I'm doing a basic comparison on the pros and cons in both, and of course in everything there's a pros and cons. So it's up to you to decide if the pros trumps the cons in one of the belts. Now, this belt is the gun belt that I have is LBT. The wall belt that I have is a unknown brand that I have. For some of you guys, you might think that it's not very comparing a LBT to a unknown brand, but I'm not comparing the quality of the belt. I'm just comparing the functionality. So it'll be the same if this is a better brand wall belt. So basically I'm comparing the Moly a belt with a Moly panels with a belt that is a normal belt. So let's get started. Now I'm going to start with the wall belt first. Now a wall belt, I think 90% of airsoft players who started airsoft will get a wall belt at the beginning. So if you're using a wall belt, then of course you know the pros and cons already. And for those of you that haven't decided on which one to get yet, maybe this is the video for you. Or maybe if you are using one of this currently and you're wondering what's on the other side, then maybe stick around and we'll go over some of the details. So the pros on a wall belt. Now, having Moly panels all over the belt, you can attach a lot of attachment, a lot more than a gun belt. And of course, in a gun belt, you can also attach that many attachment, but in a wall belt with the Moly panels, the attachment will stay in place. So let me attach some of the stuff that I use on the wall belt and continue from there. Okay, so I just finished modeling some of the some of the common stuff that people have. Now I didn't do a proper model as I'm just showing a demonstration. So typically you may have one or two mag pouch, you have a dump pouch, you have an admin pouch, and you have your holster for a pistol. Now as I mentioned, everything stays in place, and there's some more rooms to add a little bit more attachment. So one of the pros, the advantage of having a wall belt is you can get a fast deployment. So what it means is you get everything set up, you put this belt in your bag, and when you get to the field you can just strap this on and everything will be ready in place. And the second advantage is things doesn't move at all this stuff doesn't move, so you always know where your stuff is. And as for the disadvantage, now this belt as a whole count as one item, and this might be a bit bulky for some people to transport. And the other disadvantage is sometimes when you're putting on the belt, if you have a GBB mag here, you put stuff in the dump pouch, it gets heavy and it still moves around. Now there are some wall belts with the inner belt that goes on your pants. Now those might be better for securing the belt in place, but I have not tried it, so I can't say anything about those yet. So this would be the advantage and disadvantage of having a wall belt. Alright, and now we're going over to the gun belt. Now the gun belt is going to be easier for transport. As I mentioned, you don't have to bring in extra belts. You'll be wearing your gun belt on your pants already. And also the attachment will be separately, so you can fit each of the items in corners of your bag instead of having one big bulky items to try to fit it in somewhere. Now the attachment is not going to be as secure as the Moly panels, but there are some ways to get around that to make it a little bit more secure instead of having it move freely on the belt. And the thing that I do is I utilize the belt loop of my pants. So then, for example, if I'm trying to model a mag pouch on my belt, I'll have the belt loop going the center of these two Moly straps. So when I attach this, So when I attach this, the belt loop is going to be in the center of the two MOLLE strap here, so the mag pouch doesn't really move as much. And also I've added a wire here, so these two mag pouch will be secure in a very limited space instead of moving around freely. And also, well, for your typical pants, you get around, for this one, this is a Condor Stealth Operator pants, as I have a review earlier on. You get 1, 2, 3, this one will be a bit thick, 3, 4, 5, 6, you get 6 belt loops. So giving this sense, you can attach 6 items security with the belt loops. And typically I have 2 mag pouch. I have their main pouch and my holster. I do not use a thumb pouch anymore. I'll do a video later on explaining why. So for me, I only have 4 things to attach, so that's why a gun belt and a pants will be enough for me, as the belt loop, there are more belt loops than the items that I have to attach. So that's the main reason why I chose a gun belt later on. Now, of course, one of the disadvantages is you have to get this set up every time when you get to the field, so you can't just strap on the wall belt and ready to go. You have to do each of the attachment every time in the field. And that thing did not matter that much to me, because we're not in war, we're not sitting in the vehicle and waiting for people to attack, and you have to get your gear on quickly. And every time when you go to a airsoft field, you have time to do the mounting on the belt. So I don't really see the flash deployment as a big advantage for the gun belt for the wall belt over the gun belt. So that's why in the end I chose the gun belt. Now another thing is that a gun belt will have a lower profile than a wall belt, as you know, all the attachment is already here, so I don't have an extra clothing around my waist, so then I can move more freely. So this is the reason why I chose the gun belt and over the wall belt. So yes, I think the advantage of having the gun belt is more than the advantage of the wall belt, as I don't need the fast deployment, as I mentioned. I don't mind having this set up and taken out every time before or after the game. It's one less thing to carry. So let me know in the comment section on what you guys think, and as always, please support the channel by subscribing, and see you guys next time.